Calligraphy is a style of writing that makes use of fancy alphabets. This article provides information on the history of this art and lists some steps on how to write these alphabets. Calligraphy alphabets can be seen on wedding invitations, logo designs, religious art, graphic designs, inscriptions, for the credits and cast list that comes after a movie finishes, etc. If you are thinking of taking up calligraphy as a hobby, then you can follow the steps mentioned below to learn how to write it. However, if you are pursuing it as a serious hobby that could develop into a career, then consider enrolling for a proper class. In a class, you will be trained from the basics and also get advice from an experienced artist. History of this art. The word calligraphy is coined from two Greek words kalli and graphos, which mean beautiful and writing. The origin of this art can be traced back to cave paintings in the early days, when the written word was just a pictorial representation. As humans developed, so developed the art of drawing these pictorial words. Around 3500 BC, the Egyptians developed highly stylized hieroglyphics. After a few thousand years, the Phoenicians developed the first alphabets which were used for writing. The Phoenicians influenced the Greeks, who developed their own form of writing, which was later on adopted by the Romans to suit the Latin language. During the Middle Ages, paper was expensive, and so scribing monks developed a writing style which is known as the Gothic script. This is when the art of calligraphy flourished in Europe. Steps to write the calligraphy alphabets. Initially, start with a simple font and follow the steps given below. With practice and skill, you can learn more complicated alphabet writings. You can use different writing materials like a felt tip pen, a fountain pen, pencil, steel point pen, or a quill. As a beginner, it is advisable to start with a felt tip pen or a pencil. Felt tip pens come in different point sizes, and one doesn't need to refill them very often. Fountain pens are also often used, but need to be refilled regularly. Quills are better left to skilled hands, as they need to be dipped often in ink. Decide on the script you want to write in. Download a simple and easy-to-learn letter. Some examples of calligraphy are the Japanese calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy, Celtic calligraphy, Gothic calligraphy, Greek calligraphy, Hebrew calligraphy, Roman calligraphy, and Arabic calligraphy. Print the alphabets from A to Z. Make photocopies of this paper and move the tip of the pen over the alphabets to get a feel of the curves and bends in the respective letters. After you get a feel of all the different alphabets, start practicing on new paper sheets. Before you do this, draw around 4-5 faint horizontal lines that will serve as guidelines, so that you can align your alphabets properly and also understand the length and breadth of each individual character. This way, practice with different words till you get the hang of that particular font. Show your work to skilled artists to get advice and suggestions on improving it. If you don't know any calligraphy artists, then just upload your work on art sites. This way, you can get feedback on your work online, from other users. After you become confident about the font style, try learning more complex and fancy alphabets. Writing in calligraphic alphabets is not very difficult. With a little practice and patience, you can master the art quite easily.